Welcome to Demolition Worker. Today, we tackle the Carnival Mardi Gras cruise ship, dismantling the incredible Bolt roller coaster at sea. This magnificent vessel features the very first roller coaster ever built on a cruise ship, presenting a uniquely difficult dismantling challenge. The enormous ship slowly docks at our specialized salvage yard, ready for the ultimate deconstruction process to begin early this morning. Our expert team carefully evaluates the massive steel structure towering above the upper decks of this incredibly luxurious floating vacation resort. The Bolt roller coaster consists of high-strength tubular steel designed to withstand extreme ocean weather and intense mechanical stress forces. We must carefully plan every single step to ensure the safe removal of these heavy metal tracks from the top deck. Heavy-duty cranes and massive excavators slowly roll into position alongside the giant ship, preparing for a long day of destruction. Our skilled engineers review the original blueprints to identify the absolute weakest points in the complex tubular steel support frame system. The sheer scale of this floating amusement park truly highlights the incredible engineering achievements of modern maritime design and construction techniques. Workers securely fasten their safety harnesses before climbing up the towering metal structure to begin the dangerous thermal cutting preparation phase. A massive hydraulic excavator slowly extends its long mechanical arm toward the highest point of the twisting steel roller coaster track. We attach specialized gripping attachments to the excavator, ensuring a perfectly secure hold on the slippery metal tubes during the lift. The precision required here is absolutely incredible, as one tiny mistake could cause massive damage to the surrounding ship deck area. Thermal cutting specialists ignite their powerful torches, creating extremely bright flashes of light against the clear blue morning sky right now. Intense heat slowly melts through the thick steel joints, sending beautiful showers of glowing orange sparks cascading down toward the deck. The thick, tubular steel requires an exceptionally high temperature to cut completely through the reinforced structural connection points without breaking prematurely. Our excavator operator maintains a very firm grip on the track section, preventing any sudden movements while the cutters finish working. You can actually feel the intense heat radiating from the cutting torches even from our safe observation distance on the ground. The final support bracket finally gives way, leaving the massive steel track section completely suspended in the air by the excavator. Slowly and carefully, the heavy machinery lifts the curved metal segment away from the main structure of the giant cruise ship. This single piece of track weighs several tons, demanding absolute concentration from our highly experienced heavy equipment operators and safety crew. The twisting track hangs suspended against the sky, looking like a giant modern art sculpture being removed from its maritime gallery. We gently lower the massive steel segment down toward the designated processing area on the solid concrete dock next to us. Ground crews quickly move in to inspect the removed section, preparing it for the next crucial stage of our demolition process. The thermal cutters return to the top deck, ready to sever the next structural joint in this incredibly complex dismantling operation. Another shower of bright sparks illuminates the upper deck as the powerful torches slice through more high-strength tubular steel supports. The coordinated teamwork between the crane operators and the cutting crew is absolutely essential for maintaining strict safety standards on site. We secure the next curved section of the roller coaster track, preparing for another heavy lift down to the processing yard. The excavator arm flexes under the immense weight, showcasing the incredible hydraulic power required to dismantle this unique maritime amusement ride. Piece by piece, the famous Bolt roller coaster is slowly disappearing from the iconic skyline of the Carnival Mardi Gras ship. Down on the dock, a specialized heavy-duty scrap baler powers up, ready to consume the massive chunks of twisted steel. This incredible machine can crush solid metal structures into compact blocks with absolutely terrifying mechanical efficiency and raw industrial crushing power. A smaller loader carefully pushes the first curved track segment into the open jaws of the giant industrial metal scrap baler. The hydraulic press slowly descends, applying thousands of tons of pressure to the high-strength tubular steel of the coaster track. You can hear the deafening sound of thick metal groaning and snapping as the baler effortlessly flattens the massive steel tubes. What was once a thrilling high-speed amusement ride is now simply another block of compressed scrap metal ready for recycling. The contrast between the luxurious cruise ship and the brutal reality of industrial demolition creates a truly fascinating visual experience today. Our crew continues working tirelessly under the hot sun, systematically taking apart the complex support columns of the roller coaster structure. Each new cut requires precise calculation, ensuring the remaining framework does not collapse unexpectedly during the ongoing heavy dismantling process here. The sheer volume of steel used to build this sea-based roller coaster is completely staggering to witness up close today. We utilize multiple excavators simultaneously to speed up the removal process while maintaining our incredibly strict safety protocols on the dock. Another massive section of track swings gracefully through the air, guided expertly by our veteran crane operators toward the scrap pile. The once proud Bolt roller coaster is now just a fragmented skeleton of steel slowly waiting for its final destructive fate. Watching these giant metal structures yield to our heavy machinery is a powerful reminder of human engineering and ultimate destructive capabilities. The scrap baler continues its relentless work, transforming mountains of twisted track into neat, rectangular blocks of dense, recyclable steel material. We must constantly monitor the hydraulic fluid levels in our machines to prevent any unexpected breakdowns during this extremely heavy workload. The thermal cutting crew takes a brief moment to switch out their empty gas tanks for fresh ones before continuing work. High above the deck, the remaining track sections look incredibly fragile without their main supporting pillars holding them in place now. The excavator carefully nudges a stubborn joint, applying just enough pressure to break the final weld without causing a dangerous swing. A loud metallic crack echoes across the shipyard as another heavy steel support beam finally surrenders to the powerful hydraulic claw. Dust and debris fall gently onto the ship deck as we slowly extract the massive beam from its original mounting brackets. The coordination required to maneuver these huge metal pieces around the ship radar towers is a true testament to operator skill. We lower the heavy support beam directly into the scrap processing area, ready to be sliced into smaller, more manageable pieces. Industrial shears easily snip through the thick metal plates, cutting the massive support beam into perfectly sized chunks for the baler. The efficiency of our demolition process ensures that every single piece of valuable will be successfully recovered and recycled properly. As the afternoon sun begins to lower, the shadow of the partially dismantled roller coaster stretches across the entire cruise ship. Only the main loading station of the Bolt roller coaster remains intact, presenting the final major challenge for our demolition crew. This area contains complex electrical systems and heavy drive motors that must be carefully removed before the structural steel is cut. Specialized technicians carefully strip away the valuable copper wiring and sensitive electronic components from the main control room of the ride. We use a smaller, highly maneuverable crane to lift the heavy drive motors out of the tight spaces within the station. Once the sensitive equipment is completely cleared, the thermal cutters move in to attack the thick steel base of the station. The final structural pillars are incredibly thick, requiring multiple cutters working simultaneously to slice through the reinforced metal base plates safely. Sparks fly in every direction as the intense flames slowly consume the very last connections holding the roller coaster station together. The giant excavator positions its massive claw directly over the station roof, ready to tear away the remaining metal framework completely. With a powerful pull, the roof structure collapses inward, sending a massive cloud of dust billowing into the clear evening sky. We systematically crush the station walls, reducing the once bustling boarding area into a chaotic pile of twisted metal and debris. The scrap baler works overtime, processing the final loads of steel track and support beams with relentless, crushing industrial mechanical power. Watching the last recognizable piece of the Bolt roller coaster disappear into the crushing machine is a truly satisfying visual moment. The upper deck of the Carnival Mardi Gras now looks completely different, without its iconic twisting metal crown towering above it. We send a sweeping crew up to the deck to clear away the remaining small debris and sharp metal fragments left. The sheer amount of scrap metal generated by this single demolition project is absolutely staggering, filling dozens of large transport containers. Our heavy machinery slowly powers down for the evening, the engines cooling after a long and incredibly productive day of destruction. The successful removal of this maritime roller coaster proves that our team can handle absolutely any complex demolition challenge presented safely. Every piece of high-strength tubular steel has been successfully dismantled, crushed, and prepared for its upcoming journey to the foundry. The recycling process will soon melt these compressed blocks down, transforming them into brand new steel products for future construction projects. It is truly fascinating to think about the complete life cycle of these massive materials, from luxury cruise ships to recycled metal. The Demolition Worker crew takes immense pride in executing these highly dangerous and complex dismantling operations with absolute precision and safety. We review the drone footage of the cleared upper deck, confirming that no structural damage occurred to the ship during demolition. The pristine condition of the surrounding deck area is a direct result of our incredibly careful planning and expert machine operation. Tomorrow, this massive cruise ship will move on to the next phase of its complete dismantling process in the salvage yard. But for today, we celebrate the flawless execution of removing the world-famous Bolt roller coaster from its unique ocean home. The heavy-duty scrap baler processes the very last piece of tubular steel, completing its hungry consumption of the amusement ride. A fleet of transport trucks arrives at the dock ready to haul the heavy containers of compressed steel to the smelter. We carefully load the heavy metal blocks onto the flatbed trailers, using a specialized magnetic crane attachment for maximum lifting efficiency. The powerful electromagnet easily lifts multiple crushed steel blocks at once, securing them firmly to the transport trucks for safe travel. As the first truck rolls out of the shipyard, it carries away a significant piece of modern maritime entertainment engineering history. Our crew begins the extensive maintenance routine on the excavators and cutting equipment, preparing them for the next massive demolition job. The hydraulic claws are carefully inspected for any signs of dangerous wear and tear after gripping so much high-strength steel. Replacing worn cutting torch tips ensures our thermal cutting specialists remain fully prepared for slicing through thick metal structures tomorrow morning. The sun finally sets over the busy salvage yard, casting beautiful, long shadows across the massive hull of the cruise ship. The empty space on the upper deck serves as a powerful testament to the incredible destructive capabilities of our specialized machinery. High-strength tubular steel is incredibly tough, but it simply cannot resist the crushing force of our heavy-duty industrial equipment. We have successfully conquered the unique challenge of dismantling a massive roller coaster suspended high above the deck of a ship. The Carnival Mardi Gras has officially surrendered its crowning jewel to the relentless and unstoppable power of the scrap metal baler. This project perfectly demonstrates that absolutely no structure, no matter how complex or well-built, can withstand our dedicated demolition experts. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey through the fascinating world of extreme industrial demolition and heavy metal recycling. This is Demolition Worker, signing off for now. We will see you next time for another massive and exciting destruction project.